Hi there, Sharon here. Just wanted to today talk about performance task. So when you're in Teacher Time Machine, we can align our performance tasks to our curriculum. So one important aspect of performance tasks is that this provides us with a great way to assess our students again, right? We don't always use paper pencil. We should be using conversations, observations, products, but also asking them to perform a task that's more of a real world kind of application is really valuable in terms of our assessment practice. So we have created a performance task generator. A university professor actually did a study, and he found that our performance tasks were over 90% in alignment with our curriculum, which is fantastic. So this is how you create one. Okay, I'm going to choose Alberta here, and then let's go grade 5. And then let's do science. Okay, do I want to add a secondary subject? Now, if you were doing cross-curricular, that's where you could do that. But I'm just going to choose, I'm not going to do that right now. And then I want to, let's do this one. How forces affect living things. So we're going to talk about forces and create a performance task on that. Now I have my cusps or my knowledge, understanding. So I'm going to just choose thrust and lift here and drag. And there, we're going to choose those 4, and then it's only going to let me choose 4 for a performance task, and the reason being is like you want this to be very focused, right? So let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to choose English. Notice there is Canadian French as well as French. So, and are there any other instructions? This is where you could say anything about your physical environment that they're doing this project in, or you can say how many students you have, how you wanted to do the setup, anything like that. Or perhaps, I have these materials, have them work with these materials. Okay, I don't have those things, so I'm just gonna let it be. I will do a second level parallel reading level just to show you what that's like. And because our first one was grade 5, I'm going to go down a couple reading levels. And let's do forces and submit. Okay, so here we have our real world challenge. So they're going to be testing objects. There they have to design and apply it. There's some reflection in here. There's your materials that are needed. Now it does say success criteria here. These are more work habit kind of related, general overview success criteria, which are good to discuss with the students, but not necessarily what you're going to be actually evaluating them on. And now we have, that's the grade 5 version. And then now we've got the instructions for grade 3. So now I want to just compare this. These instructions are not quite as in detail as the grade 5 instructions, right? So we've got those. Okay, now I can revise the plans, but down here I wanted to call attention. Now I can create a rubric that is specific for this task and aligned to the curriculum. So I'm going to go ahead and create that rubric, and I can choose what kind of rubric do I want. Do I want a formative kind of assessment one, which is maybe I want to use this for formative assessment, so I might choose a 1-point rubric that shows strengths and stretches, or do I want a 4-point to really evaluate different categories? Then I'm going to choose how many categories of the curriculum for these cusps do you want to look at. Okay, well I had 4 of them. So I'm going to choose 4 and see what happens. And of course, the outcome is only the one outcome that we had chosen. And so I'm going to generate. And let's see what our rubric comes up with. I can't imagine going back to building rubrics the way we used to. And I built thousands of rubrics when I was an instructional coach. And wow, what a difference in the process. The good thing is that having built those thousands, I now built all that information into the background of our rubric builder, so you get to benefit from that. Okay, let's take a look at this. So here's our general forces. Here are the 4 areas that we're looking at. Okay, and then here's your I can statements. And that's how you create a performance task. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.